What is happening, people? Welcome to this late night Don Mortell turns your photos into an Instagram banger episode 2. This one is especially for the gal them. It is 32 minutes past 12. It is the middle of the night. I'm gonna have to be quiet because I housemate upstairs. So without further ado, from me to you, let's start this. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is the photo that we started with. It is a picture of Sarah from our recent trip on a boat in Cork. This is what we turned it into. Boom. It's clean, it's fresh, it has that kind of overexposed look that Instagrammers are going for. So let me show you how I did it. So the first thing you do always is you crop it to 4x5, you straighten it up. We did it. Then we left the exposure, that could basically be the same. We took a little bit of contrast out and took all of the highlights out, because why do you want that in the picture? Like, you don't want that. All of the highlights gone. Shadows, we brought them out a little bit just to kind of darken it up here. I'll tell you why in a second when we bring in the radial filter. Now the S curve, which I put into the point curves, you can skip it because that's what it looks like beforehand, but with a little bit of playing around, when you get used to it, that's what you can turn it into. Like it, I like it a lot. Just a little bit, and you look that little bit of a lift at the bottom, just to bring in that little bit of fade. The temperature I took out of it a small bit, so there we go. That's what it was. Oh wait, what did I do there? Oh, take the highlights back out. Whoopsie. So anyway, we're down at the temperature. Temperature starts at 4800, but I brought a bit more temperature into it just to give her a little bit of a lift in the skin. See that tiny little bit of a lift? Maybe I can give her a bit more. Let's have a look. Maybe just around there. Looks about good. Tint, vibrance and saturation I left all the same because now down onto the colors. Reds left them the same. Oranges I gave it a little bit of luminance just to bring up her skin a little bit. Yellows left the same. Greens, this is how easy this one is. I just took all the saturation out because that's kind of like too, like, it's not Instagram, you know, like Instagram has to have like a little theme these days. So I just took all of the greens out just to give it that kind of like a darkish color in the back. Didn't do anything to the blues, didn't do anything to the purples, didn't do anything to any of them, so you don't need to worry about them. Bit of vignette, always, you know it, vignette. That's what it was beforehand. Bring the vignette in because it brings the photo together. Literally, that's all I did there. Then down to the radial filters. This is what I worked with. So I have one here covering all of Sarah. Lifted the exposure by a little bit. Then I have another one over her face. Just lifted the exposure as well, a small little bit, because I'll show you. Her face is a little bit dark, so we're just going to bump the exposure around her face just to match the picture. And then, because what Instagrammers don't like, that new kind of like overexposed shot from the side, I don't know. At the side, brought in another radial filter. This could also be a linear filter. I just used radial because of the video. Radial, bumped up the exposure because that's what it is beforehand. It's okay. That's what it is now. What did we have it on? There, just kind of lightens it up. It gives it the Hail Mary. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the before. This is the after. That is oh, actually, let's go back out of that. That is the after. That is the before. That is the after. It is a clean cut picture. If you want this preset for your Instagram, send me a message on Instagram at Don Mortell and I will send it to you. Like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoy these videos, if you have a photo for me to edit, this is where the microphone is, by the way. It's on my laptop because yo. If you have a photo for me to edit, please do send it to me on Instagram at Don Mortell. Bada bing, bada boom. As James Matthews says, bosh.